Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Upasika and in this vlog I'll be sharing with you our last day in Kalimpong and we are making the most of it with a lovely morning walk. Join us as we soak in the beauty of this hill station and share our final moments with you. On our last day in Kalimpong, we woke up and headed out for a morning walk at 7 a.m. in the morning. We didn't go too far, just explored the area around our place. The road was lined with lush greenery on both sides, which was actually the real treat. Morning walks in hill areas can be a real treat. The fresh mountain air, scenic views, and peaceful atmosphere makes for a great start to the day. Just be sure to wear comfy shoes because hilly terrain can be pretty rough and uneven. You will have to walk on steep paths, gravel, and maybe some rocky bits. So, good grip and support are essential to avoid slipping or straining your feet. Always remember that hydration is the key, especially in hilly areas because the air can be pretty dry and you might not even realize that you are losing moisture. Plus, you are exerting yourself while walking, so you can easily get dehydrated. As we stepped out early in the morning, we were greeted by the serene streets, which was so calm and quiet. It was like the town was still waking up. As we made our way through the roads, the silence was almost palpable. It was a refreshing change from the usual hustle and bustle. The early morning calm always has its own charm. One thing that struck me was the diversity in the mountains. We saw so many people from the plains, mostly non Bengalis. At one of the local shops, we had a nice conversation with the shopkeeper, and when he asked where we are from, we said Bardwan, and he shared that he is originally from Haryana but has made Kalimpong his home for business purpose. Just a couple of minutes walk from our homestay was Narayana School. The school is located in Dr. B.L. Dikshit Road beside Himalaya Crusade Pentecostal Church. Now, Narayan is a very reputable CBSE affiliated institution that offers classes from nursery to class 12. Narayan is a very well known institution and is almost well known by everyone. Now, as we walked past through the Narayana school, we were struck by its grandeur, the sprawling campus, the guards at the gate. Everything screamed reputation. Though it was closed for Kali Puja holidays, my father turned to me suddenly and asked if I wanted to take a peek inside, but I refused. I said, let's admire it from outside. So we took some videos instead, and even from outside, it was clear that this is a school that means business. By business, I mean that the school looks extremely professional, well organized, and serious about its purpose, like it's focused on providing quality education. It's a very common idiom, means business, implying someone or something is efficient and gets things done. During our morning walk, apart from the school, the scenery around was simply breathtaking. The mountains, the greenery, it was like our eyes were feasting on the beauty, getting totally satisfied. Now, while I was taking videos of the beautiful mountains, a furry friend suddenly appeared and sat right in front of me. You saw that, right? Just a few seconds before. It looked up at me with such gentle eyes, no barking, nothing. I was a bit surprised at first, but it was so cute. I ended up recording him too, like it was posing for me. I literally lost track of time with my furry model. The dog just plopped down in front of me, just in front of me only, no one else, and sat still for a good 2 to 3 minutes. While I was busy panning my camera around, capturing everything, I was moving around with my phone and he just sat chilling in front of me and looking directly into my eyes. It was really cute with him. Maybe the poor thing came looking for food, but we had nothing to offer. There were no shops around and it was too early for any to be open. I felt bad leaving it there empty pod, but guess it just wanted some company for a moment. And to be honest, morning walks are super peaceful. They are like a recharge to the mind, body, and soul. And the best part is, walking in a new place makes it even more exciting. You get to see how people live, their daily routines, and its beautiful difference from our lives. And when it is in the mountains, it just adds extra layer of calmness. Mountains just have a way of putting things in perspective. Our morning walk was a nice local walk, just exploring the neighborhood. Morning walks in the mountains are a whole different vibe. The air's crispier, the views are insane, and there's a calmness that is very hard to find in the plains. Plus, if you want, you can see the sunrise over the hills, which is like a nature show. We had a delicious breakfast prepared by Pankaj uncle himself. So we had roti with chola dal. It was the perfect light meal after our morning walk. Not too heavy, just right on spices, and definitely super tasty. Alright guys, now let's take you on a tour of our cozy homestay in Kalimpong. I want to show you around where we lived and chilled for a few days. We stayed at Shreeniketan Lodge located near Kalimpong Municipality on Dr. B.L. Dikshit Road adjacent to Bonkim Park, Kalimpong 734301. It was a delightful homestay with a perfect blend of local charm and comfort. One thing that is really helpful is its prime location, right beside the main road, making it super easy to find. Plus, there is a huge bamboo forest right next to it. It was like waking up to greenery every morning. One thing that stood out about Shreeniketan Lodge is the abundance of greenery. A huge bamboo forest is right next door, and the homestay itself is surrounded by its own forest. So, the homestay we stayed in was really spacious and spread out over a large area. One of the first things that caught my attention was the reception area, like it was really huge with marble flooring. There were comfortable sofas and long wooden chairs where you could relax with a few people. So, whether you wanted some quiet time in your room or wanted to chill with fellow travelers in the reception, there were plenty of options. The dining area was equally impressive, with plenty of space for around 15 to 16 people to eat together. The vibe is really warm and cozy, perfect for sharing stories and enjoying local food with fellow travelers. The dining room has three big windows that let in loads of natural light and added to the warm ambience. It feels really good to look outside while enjoying a meal. And on the practical side, they had free Wi Fi with a good network, so staying connected was a breeze. After the reception, there's a nice spacious hall with a living room setup with a TV and comfortable sofas where you can relax and unwind. It was a chill space to catch up on some shows or just hang out with fellow travelers. So our room was on the ground floor, which was like the main level facing the road. Pankaj uncle's family stays upstairs. But what's interesting is the homestay had rooms below the ground floor too. It's like a lower level you could access via a staircase, with multiple rooms on the ground floor and even more below. So they had plenty of space. They provided us plenty of fresh mountain water, which was lovely. And the balcony was the main highlight. It was huge with an amazing forest view. My father ended up spending most of his time there, soaking it all in. But what really stood out was Pankaj uncle's family. They were super warm and welcoming. They were polite, well mannered, and treated every guest like they had known them forever. It felt like being with family, no awkwardness at all. Their humility and kindness really made a big difference. Although Kalimpong town itself is a bit congested, but the vast district is full of greenery, forest land, and terraced fields where rice, corn, millet, and seasonal vegetables are cultivated. The place is well known for growing quality spices like cardamom, ginger, turmeric, etc. Kalimpong is an excellent location to base your vacation in North Bengal. Kalimpong is known for its rich cultural beauty influenced by Tibetan, Bhutanese, and Nepalese traditions. The natural beauty of Kalimpong is something you have to experience firsthand, like the majestic mountains, lush green valleys, and the crisp air. It's like nature's own retreat. There is something about mountains that heals the soul, like the fresh air, the breathtaking views, and the tranquility. It's like nature's therapy. Being amidst nature's grandeur puts everything into perspective and it calms the mind. The terrace view from Pankaj Uncle's place was amazing. Like the open sky, the distant hills, and city lights created a stunning panorama. The terrace was a cozy garden of tiny plants in wooden mugs, mostly flowers, and Pankaj Uncle's mother was quietly drying clothes in the corner. The view stretched out with gentle breeze, distant hills making the space feel both peaceful and alive. From their terrace, several mountains were visible, like Delo, Darjeeling, and others, creating a stunning panoramic view. The distant peaks added depth to the already beautiful scene. Their terrace was spacious, stretching out with room for the plant filled wooden mugs, drying clothes, and a clear view of distant mountains. From the terrace, the distant mountains made the houses look tiny, like ants or miniature toys, creating a cute, surreal view of the landscape below. We went up to Pankaj Uncle's terrace mainly to soak in the view and satisfy our curiosity about an unknown spot that is different from our home. While there, we also hung our towels to dry, enjoying the fresh air and the tiny ant sized houses on the distant mountains. Their terrace was a lush mini garden with countless plants, more than half of which I don't even recognize. On the opposite side of the homestay, there's a Chinese restaurant which was struggling financially, and Pankaj uncle mentioned it's tough business. I hope their condition gets better. From the terrace itself, you get a wide view like the sharp mountain outlines, the winding road, nearby homestays, and scattered shops, each offering a distinct perspective. Because the homestay sits right beside the road, a steady stream of vehicle passes by, including water tank trucks delivering supplies to the area. At one edge of the main terrace, a steel staircase, which is typically very common in Indian homes, leads upward. It wasn't a concrete stair, but a simple, sturdy metal structure. Climbing it brought us to a second, higher terrace. This upper level was more utilitarian. It housed 5 to 6 large water tanks. Their surfaces were gleaming in the sun. In many households, including ours, such a terrace serves a storage area for water. And here it was no different. The combination of the bustling road, the quiet water tanks, and the panoramic mountain backdrop made the terrace feel like crossroads of everyday life and natural beauty. The experience of taking in the view, exploring the two terraces, watching the traffic, and simply being in an unfamiliar place made the visit feel both relaxing and curious, a perfect blend of purpose and discovery. Because it is a homestay, they have to keep 5 to 6 water tanks to meet the guests' high water demand. Normal homes have just one tank, but with many visitors and a local water shortage, they must buy water, making it expensive. Water must be bought for drinking, working, cleaning, and all household uses. So the homestay owners pay high prices for every drop. Pankaj Uncle's family loves of plants is clear from their thriving terrace garden, which adds greenery to the space. On the upper terrace, I noticed several glass jars of homemade pickles, a typical Indian obsession. Several families, or almost every family, make them and then sun dry them for long storage, and then they are served with rice, roti, and almost every meal. Some eat pickles with noodles also. We make pickles at home too. My mom prepares them and then we sun dry these jars so that they can stay fresh for months and even for years too. It is a very common Indian practice. Coming down from the upper terrace, I felt a bit nervous even though we have a similar steel staircase at home, which everyone finds scary. Holding my phone in one hand and the railing in other, I was feeling a bit uneasy, but I made it down safely. Alhamdulillah for that. Below the main floor, a staircase leads to a lower level, which we often call as basement or ground level suite. Here, several rooms open up, each with its own purpose for guest bedrooms to storage and a small lounge. The space feels cool and quiet with natural light filtering through small windows, so it is a practical extension of the home, perfect for extra guests or household utilities. Okay, so I made a mistake. I told you that the staircase was made up of steel, but actually, the staircase was not made up of steel. Their staircase, I mean the homestay staircase, the terrace one, which led to the terrace that has tanks, it was made up of iron. So it was an iron staircase. In our home also we have that iron staircase. I mean, it leads to the upper terrace, which is usually used for storing tanks, water tanks. The subground floor was dim with limited sunlight, yet enough ambient light to see the rooms clearly. It was a cool and mute atmosphere that is ideal for storage and quiet guest spaces. As an adventurous guest, I'm loving the exploration, and I'm an adventurous guest, and I don't think this homestay usually gets travelers like me often. We were the only guests in the homestay at that time, and every other room was empty, and I was fully enjoying my exploring adventure. Even though the rooms were empty, they were spotless and perfectly arranged, as if they were cared daily and not just prepped for guests. Everything was in its proper place, extremely impressive, neat, and tidy. My mother was scared initially because I was exploring that area all by myself, and then Pankaj uncle came, so she got a bit relaxed, and then Pankaj uncle was giving me a tour. Although he allowed me to see all that by myself, but still he was exploring, I mean explaining his place to me. After I was done exploring, then we had our lunch. The lunch was very simple and yet extremely tasty. Our evening snacks included vegetable pakoras with tomato ketchup, and then we had tea. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching.